Dear finance professionals and students, welcome to podcast of Fca Deepak Rao, a practicing chartered accountant. Daily news and updates for 29 July 2026. Adani Ports is evaluating the acquisition of a controlling stake in UK's Associated British Ports or ABP in a deal valued at nearly $10 billion. If completed, the acquisition would rank among the biggest overseas buys by an Indian company, marking a symbolic shift in India's economic rise while strengthening Adani's global ports network and maritime logistics footprint. Unilever will protect European and British food business jobs for 2 years. This guarantee follows the planned merger with US spice maker McCormick. The agreement locks in terms until at least mid-2029 for employees. This protection exceeds typical legislative requirements for such deals. Unilever continues constructive engagement with works councils regarding these commitments. Production-linked schemes have driven significant investment in India's electronics manufacturing sector. Mobile production alone has seen approximately Rs 96,000 crore in new investments. Electronics production grew by 15.8% year-on-year, reaching Rs 13.11 lakh crore. Smartphones now lead India's exports, surpassing traditional commodities like gems and jewelry. These initiatives are creating substantial direct and indirect employment opportunities across the nation. India's leading IT firms witnessed a substantial rise in employee productivity over the past year, despite a decline in overall staff numbers. The revenue generated per employee has consistently increased over the last 4 years. This uptick in productivity signifies a transformational shift within the industry, driven by strategic investments in talent and advancements in AI that enhance efficiencies and allow employees to manage larger workloads. Marvell Technologies said it will invest $250 million in India over the next 3 years to expand its technology, engineering talent and infrastructure. The investment comes as the US semiconductor company marks 20 years of operations in India. Marvell said the expansion will strengthen its engineering capabilities and support the country's growing semiconductor ecosystem. As part of this investment, Marvell plans to double its headcount over the next 3 years and is unveiling a new wing at its Bengaluru office while expanding its presence in Hyderabad. India's state-run Steel Authority of India and Indonesia's Krakatau Steel plan to invest as much as $350 million in a stainless steel slab plant in Indonesia. The plant will have an annual capacity of 5 lakh metric tons and is expected to be operational within the next 3 to 4 years. India, the world's largest crude steel producer after China, has identified Indonesia and more than a dozen other countries for cooperation in the steel sector to boost exports and secure key raw materials. Indian steel makers are pivoting to the domestic market to offset weaker exports as Europe and Britain tighten imports, but competition from Chinese steel is blunting that strategy. This podcast is sponsored by Sound of CA. We share because we care. Vande Mataram, Jai Hind.